The second Passover at Jerusalem. Early on the morning of Tuesday, March 30th of the year 28, 2 years before his crucifixion, Jesus and his apostles set out for Jerusalem for the Passover. This became the second Passover that Jesus celebrated with his apostles after he had begun his public ministry. The journey to Jerusalem was uneventful, but as soon as they arrived at the house of Lazarus in Bethany, people came from far to see Jesus. Most sought healing for their bodies, some sought solace for their troubled minds, and others for salvation for their souls. The workload was immense, and Jesus had little time to rest. Therefore, they set up a tent camp in the nearby park of Gethsemane, so that Jesus could move between Bethany and Gethsemane to escape the crowds that constantly surrounded him. The group of apostles spent almost 3 weeks in Jerusalem. Jesus had instructed them not to preach in public, but only to give personal instruction and do personal work. The apostles did not seek attention, and thus there was no public disturbance. In Bethany, they quietly celebrated the Passover. This was the first time Jesus and all 12 apostles had a Passover meal for which no blood was shed. The apostles of John the Baptist did not celebrate the Passover with Jesus and his apostles. When Jesus and the 12 departed for Capernaum, John's apostles did not return with them to Galilee. Under Abner's leadership, they stayed in Jerusalem and Judea, and their work was fruitful, while Jesus and his 12 returned to Galilee. But from here on there was good cooperation between the two groups, and despite their differences in understanding, they harbored the best feelings toward each other.